Hello Redditors of the internet, Noble Xenon here, and welcome back to another Reddit video, and today we will be looking at r/JustNeckbeardThings, part 22. Let's get started. This first one is a Neckbeard who tries to defend the pedo in a Chris Hansen video. Also imagines himself taking down all the cops epic anime style. Jeff so-called didn't deserve 2.5 years. Is this what the beta males in charge are doing to this fine country? A man can't even hang out and get to know someone new over pizza? They ruined this guy's life. I would have been swinging on all the Fairfield cops in that garage. I'm not going out like that. And it has 293 likes. I assume it has so many likes because people thought it was a joke. It's not very funny though, so moving on. Guys, I won't say I'm a bad boy, but Santa has never given me a present. Trench coat? Check. Fedora? Check. Guy Fawkes mask? Check. Cargo shorts? Check. Gamer t-shirt? Check. Way too long socks while wearing shorts? Check. Unnecessary cane cause it's classy? Check. Fingerless gloves? Check. Unnecessary camo? Check. This one looks like satire though, so I hope it is. For this next one, we have a real-life neckbeard. Not the stereotype, but someone who literally has a beard on his neck. But it just sounds like another typical day in Walmart, so I'm not surprised. Moving on. This next one's titled Redditors Threaten to Break a Kid's Legs Over Fortnite. Yes, we all hate Fortnite, I understand, but you gotta respect the kid. Unfortunately, the Neckbeards did not respect the kid. One Neckbeard comments he should be put down like a freaking sick dog like the one he is. Another one says I want to roll him down some stairs. The third Neckbeard says proof that Fort kids are dumb. The fourth Neckbeard says that's what happens when you play Fortnite. I break your frickin' legs. And the last Neckbeard says that's actually the type of people who play Fortnite. Disabled. I get that not everyone likes Fortnite, but it's one thing to dislike the game, and it's another to do crap like this. This next one is a Neckbeard experiment. Lurking the Neckbeard subreddit always left me wondering how could someone do this and how do they see the world? This week was the week I attempted to recreate the life of a Neckbeard as closely as I can, holding true to the many stereotypes of this species of people. Procedure. I have one day to prepare for the week, and from here on I chose the thickest set of clothes I own to start the maturation process. Throughout the week, I am not allowed to shower, shave, change clothes, comb my hair, or brush my teeth. What I will be required to do is eat as much junk food as possible, fries, takeaways, candy, soda, and energy drinks, and don't forget the chicken tendies. Jerk as frequently as possible, also can't clean it up. Watch any anime I can find, the weirder the better, at full volume on my phone in a public area. Maintain a superiority complex as I talk to complete strangers. Interact with the most attractive girl I see every time, and always address them as m'lady. Hopefully tipping a fedora in the process. The theory is that I should become repulsive and unattractive to all women in a 2-mile radius by day 2, and most likely have security called on me a few times by day 3. Here are the results. First was the preparation day. This was on Sunday. I woke up really early to get a head start on the experiment and slapped on a thick camping jacket and a pair of sweatpants to start off the intense sweating I needed to get that ode to beard. This was also the start of said frequent nut sessions as well as anime. Only later in the day that I managed to procure a sizable stash of sodas as well as cheese puffs, eating them with as much fervor as I can muster, making sure to clean my hands off on either my chin or my exposed shirt. After roughly 1600, I felt like I swam across the English Channel itself, but pushing through the heat onto an eventual day 1. Day 1, Monday. I woke up smelling and feeling like a sun-baked eel, my skin and hair feeling as if a layer of fine sand was stuck to it, and I was fighting the urge to just shower. The first few hairs of my neckbeard started to become visible yesterday. Now it looks like a fine pencil sketch all along my chin and lips. My breakfast consisted of Coca-Cola and Doritos, cause go big or go home, right? Much to the dismay of my mother looking at me in horror as I climbed into the car, driving off to university without a care about my appearance, dressed in the edgiest types of clothing I had. Most of my time at the university was uneventful. Most people I talked to just seemed to be polite. Talking until I have ended the conversation, the two girls I managed to talk to looked at me horrified and rightly walked the other direction. Other than these few incidents, nothing occurred. Day 2, Tuesday. My hair felt oily and easily stood upright when I ran my hand through it, which it had never done before. My beard is significantly dense now, and I feel countless zits starting to sprout under the hairs. Following the same motions as day 1, I went to the university and this time experienced more noticeable effects my presence has on the individuals around me. Many times I stood in a line for the cafeteria or sat in my lecture halls. A sizable gap between me and the people around me was definitely seen. Conversations were much shorter, followed by, "Oh, look at the time, I gotta run." The few people that did tolerate my conversation stayed up until I started explaining what lollies were. No attractive females this day, so no update on that. Day 3, Wednesday. This turned out to be as much as I could tolerate. After almost 4 days of smelling like the wrong side of an army barracks, I couldn't hold out any longer. I darted to the shower and stayed in there for a good hour at least, resisting the strong urge to completely flay myself with a loofah. I shaved all the beard I had, scratching at the itches that were until then unreachable, and popping zits that tormented me for almost an entire 2 days. So after the experiment ended only halfway through, the conclusion was that neckbeards are individuals with a severe mental illness and should in all cases be helped and referred to a therapist or counselor as soon as possible. And that, my friends, is some good Reddit science. Moving on. You assume people don't get it. In reality, they do. They just think it's really stupid. Sane, confident men don't avoid marrying women because they slept with someone else beforehand. If a man avoids you because you're not a virgin, he's not a secure, confident person and definitely not actual decent marriage material. And the neckbeard replies, "If those men care about me screwing 20, oh lord, it's the N-word with a hard R. Before I met them, they're not worthy of marriage anyway. You have to be sane and confident to handle my promiscuity and my lack of pair bonding ability, okay?" And the worst part about this is that the racist neckbeard got 61 upvotes, but the normal guy got only 21 upvotes and 23 downvotes. This next one's titled, "The boyfriend he's referring to is my coworker who I referenced in a post. We're not involved at all, nor did I mention his height. Your average height, yet you still found the need to brag about it on a subreddit for short people? I'd be amazed that you're so starved for attention, but you didn't mention your 6-foot plus boyfriend in your post, so it makes a little sense." And Gabinska replies, "I could say something snarky here, but honestly, your message gives me so much secondhand embarrassment that I just want to let you know I hope your life gets better." And the neckbeard replies, "Sounds like a cop-out to me." Gamers, why don't more women play video games? Also gamers, being your little brother would be so frickin' hot. I'd hold my ear to your door at odd hours of the night, hoping and praying to catch the soft moans of my naughty sister. I would creep my eye to under door crack and watch the shadows of you move. People are saying it's a copy pasta, but it's a pretty creepy one, especially when it's being used like this. This next one's titled, "Ultra Tough Gentleman is Here to Do Damage." There's that punk goth look we all knew would make you look ultra tough, neckbeard. Icon has cookie? Thank yous! First of all, that is definitely not punk, and second of all, that second comment is cringy as hell. Moving on. This next one's titled, "Flag Me for Holding." I was the NFL ref without lens. You forgot your Fudge Packers hat. I know, and a yellow flag too. And the neckbeard says, "You're such a beautiful ref. Flag me for holding, winky face." Scummy. That wasn't creepy. Maybe you should be flagged for unsportsmanlike conduct instead. This next one's titled, Spotted a Neckbeard on Facebook, and yes, in real life he does wear a fedora. The roses have wilted, the violets are dead, the demons run circles round and round in my head. Yeah, way to be edgy. Moving on. Well guys, it appears Xena Gundam will be a regular on this channel. Ryan Reynolds is hideous and a beta male. What is wrong with women these days? This is exactly why I'm leading the Alpha Uprising. We meat and potatoes men are sick of girly men taking our women. The beta males has tricked these impressionable women into sleeping with said girly men. Once the Alpha Uprising is complete, no beta will ever steal our female prizes again. Every damn time this guy keeps saying the exact same thing about the Alpha Uprising, the meat and potatoes men, it's like he's trying to force a copy pasta, but it ain't working. This next one's titled, Why Would You Do That to Them? I used to live in this apartment that got infested with spiders at the beginning of spring. I mean, in the shower, in the kitchen, everywhere. I got so tired of having to kill those things, I decided to make a stand. I caught them in little jars, and when me time came around, well, I drowned those hideous things in my thick, hate-filmed man juice. I made sure to take out as many as I could without the girlfriend finding out. Okay, this comment is just straight up cursed. Moving on. This next one is a headline. Male nurse set off fire alarm to watch coworker's breasts bounce as she evacuated. I seriously don't understand what goes through these neckbeards' minds when they're doing stuff like this. This next one is titled, The man in the video is getting his butt beat for violating a 12-year-old, and this mouth breather is defending the violator's actions. Google Sucks says, bet he didn't stop when the 12-year-old asked, and the Neckbeard replies, did the 12-year-old even ask to stop? Maybe she consented to have intercourse with him, but according to the law, that's still violation. And Panda Pinecone says, it's violation because children are very easy to manipulate. They do not understand the consequences of their actions and what consent is yet. They cannot make an informed and well thought out decision. That's why it's violation. This will also end up mentally screwing up the child as well. It's a horrible thing to do. Imagine this happening to your own child. Stop defending this piece of crap, Neckbeard. The black bushy entity below my chin and around my face is the infamous Beard of Apathy, often characterized by me, Philosopher's Beard, or Barbula, Little Beard. Unfortunately for me, the entity is almost universally condemned as a fashion choice and makes me look Amish. See, social norms? It doesn't make you look Amish. It makes you look like a neckbeard, especially when you think of yourself as one of the greatest philosophers of our times. This next one's titled, My Body is Like Your Anime Waifu. For the Japanese culture, she is chubby. I have the same body as Pochako. Hello, m'lady. I'm married. This next one is a great transformation from choosing beggar to neckbeard. I can do 450, 400, 450, 499 cents, 449.99. Alright, hear me out. 430 and you got a deal. Sweats while in deep think. Nervous eye movement. Random intense close-up from unexplainable camera angle. Gulps. How about I take you on a date? If you have the time of your life, you give it to me for free. You know what? 600, cause now I gotta charge the neckbeard tax. This next one's titled, His beard looks like a goddamn spider's nest. This is to the American atheists. Thanksgiving dinner. Getting ready to eat. Grandma wants to say grace first. Everyone in my family starts thanking a non-existing deity made up 3,000 years ago by ignorant goat herders for providing us with food. My face when? Sir, I think you may be in the wrong place. 4chan is that way. This next one is a JROTC beard from my high school, a true warrior, or JROTC beard if you prefer, but he warns, it's not for everyone. For me personally, it's been one of the hardest things I've ever done. When we weren't learning about ailerons and the Montgolfier brothers, we're out on the track running laps or in the gym doing push-ups or playing dodgeball. Drill practice instills in us the values and pride of the United States military. They say pain is weakness, leaving the body, and I'd have to agree. Those of us who can stick with it can come out stronger, smarter, and more dedicated than our civilian classmates. I've seen so-called nerds and weeaboos turn into lean, mean, fighting machines. Or should I say, flying machines. I've seen happy-go-lucky people become stern, jerks become kind. It's true what they say, the instructors really will break you down and build you back up into something else, something better. We are taught not to fear our enemies, to defend against all enemies, foreign and domestic. The U.S. military, we are told, is the arm of Lady Liberty, and we, of the United States Air Force, are the blade. So yes, I encourage all of my peers to join the Air Force Junior Reserve Officer Training Corps. To those who can't handle the new lifestyle, I say, at least you tried. To those who can, I welcome you into our brotherhood. Aim high, fly, fight, win. This post sounds like it came straight out of r/JustBootThings. I think it's only here because he mentioned weeaboos and the blade. Anyway, I'd like to thank Seth Southwell, Peter Dankledge, and Bionic for being members of the royalty, and all my other patrons. You can join in the link below, and thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like. If you have something interesting to say, don't forget to comment. And if you want to see more, don't forget to subscribe and hit the little notification bell. See you guys next time.